What we found is that if we look at the satellite images for southern Niger and for northern Nigeria, we see a big difference in terms of the on-farm tree densities. The on-farm tree densities become a lot lower in northern Nigeria than they are in southern Niger. And basically the conditions for increasing on-farm tree densities in Nigeria, northern Nigeria, are very favorable from a technical point of view.
We at the Heinrich Böll Foundation in Nigeria had heard from observers and scientists that the regreening in Niger is quite a success story. And as you can see from satellite pictures, there is a lot more trees and the tree density is higher in southern Niger than in northern Nigeria. So why would that be the case? We thought it would be very useful to travel from Nigeria into Niger and look with our own eyes to see how the farmers in Niger have managed to reclaim land from the desert and to stop the desert to quite some substantial extent. So we took it upon ourselves at the Heinrich Böll Foundation to invite about 25 academics, civil society representatives, and mainly representatives from governments in the northern states who are bordering the Niger Republic. And we traveled to Niger, we had a look, and everybody took home their own impressions, but I think it was really worthwhile.
We saw vast areas that would have been otherwise degraded, now coming back to life.
We noticed the changes that have taken place, most especially with regard to the regreening program that is being initiated by the farmers themselves.
I am particularly impressed by the response of farmers to the new techniques which they call Zamani in Hausa.
But also their frustration processes, how they have regreened a land that was completely degraded and brought it back to life, and how they're using it on their farmland.
And to my surprise, the way the farmers practice agroforestry here is something that we have to start looking at again as researchers.
Now the tree density is going high. You see the different age of tree which are conserved in the field, and see how they prune the tree, and see how they protect the tree in the field.
Well, trees are part of the agricultural production systems because they help farmers to improve soil fertility, and they also help farmers to adapt to climate change. Because as soon as you have 40 or 60 trees on a hectare, it reduces wind speed, it reduces local temperatures, so it also reduces the evapotranspiration. Rainfall is used more efficiently in the topsoil, less water evaporates also. So there are many reasons why it is vitally important for northern Nigeria to try to increase the number of on-farm trees. So many of the tree species that they protect and manage have a positive impact on soil fertility. For instance, Gao, which is Phyderbia albida, is fixing nitrogen from the air on the root system, and that increases the soil fertility levels of the soil.
So this species, Pyrostigma reticulatum, it can retain the dust, a lot of dust, and this dust during the rainy season, when it washes the leaves, this dust will come down, and you convene with me that this dust is really rich in nutrient, and this dust it's coming either from Brazil, either from America, and this coming far away, and it's very, very rich in nutrients.
The leaves of the cow and also the pods of the cow are very good for livestock. And also Pyrostigma produces pods which can be consumed by livestock. At the end of the dry season, farmers feed their livestock Gyera senegalensis leaves.
This is a kind of fallow left by the nomadic Fulani people, and now their animals during the rainy season can graze, they can come and graze the land.
So we are here at the Miria district. So Miria district, it has a particularity. Every farmer has in his own field planted baobab tree. So this baobab tree, as I said, is a really very important source of revenue.
If you go look at a mature baobab, the value of the leaves of a mature baobab on an annual basis can go up to $70. Somewhere between $30 and $70 a year, depending on the time of the season that the leaves are being sold. And if you would live in the UK, in London, then you go to Harrods and you buy one little bottle of baobab jelly for £25. If every single tree that has been protected and managed by farmers produces the value of, let's say, €1 a year on average, it does mean that farmers get €200 million per year in their pockets in the form of natural products. In the sense of the value of fodder, the value of firewood, the value of construction wood, you name it. We have estimated that the 5 million hectares that have been regreened here in Maradi and Zinder, in the densely populated parts of Maradi and Zinder, annually produce an additional 500,000 tons of cereals.
Kenan yanzu akalla mutum in ya shibka a eka ko ba ya kai taki ya samu akalla abin da zai kai dame 50 a cikin eka, karamin misali.
Suna shan shi kuma suna saidawa. A yanzu abun ga biyu ne. Ana miya da shi kuma ana saidawa.
Wajen abinci?
Wajen abincin dabbobin ba. Wajen aboki.
A wai idan kusa ne?
Ita ce. An tsara. Iza ake da. Ana iza shi mana.
Regreening is of course not the silver bullet. Other things are also necessary. But it produces multiple impacts. And we can't wait anymore because the writing is on the wall. Soil fertility is depleting and the climate is changing. So we need to move into action now. We cannot afford business as usual. Let's move ahead.